look what just came in. Just in time. It is June, it's the first week of June. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. It's currently 98 degrees outside, and we have a high today of 110. And this came just in time. This is my Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioner I just got, and I ordered it about a week ago. Actually came really quick, so this is just in time. We got highs going up over 110 next week, so I'm looking forward to installing this as soon as possible. This will go ahead and replace my Dometic, or no, sorry, not a Dometic, it's Max Air fan, the deluxe unit that I have right now. And so this is designed basically to go right inside of the slot that the Max Air fan is already cut into. So basically the fan comes out, and then that same hole that's already in the roof is where the air conditioner goes. And so in this video I'm going to basically just talk about why I bought the Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioner for my van, and I'm going to unbox it and show you what's inside. So let's get into it. Got in the garage for now. At least I'll be able to close the garage door. But yeah, so it's actually not that heavy. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. My Milwaukee knife here, ready to go. Not a sponsor. There we go. RTX 2000 12 volt, baby. Dometic mobile living made easy. You're telling me. And we got on top here. Not exactly sure what we got there. Oh, cooler accessory power cable kit. Okay, that's gonna be useful. Yeah, this thing uses, I think it maxes out at around 80 amps at 12 volts. 80 amps. So yeah, this is a pretty beefy air conditioner, but it's not as beefy as they come. This is definitely one of the lower power units, and that's specifically because, you know, I want to be able to use my Battleborn battery system, my 600 amp hour battery system. And I think with this guy on the eco settings, I can run it for over 24 hours. Let's see what we got inside here. So big box, small product for the RTX 1000 2000 series. Yeah, the 1000's a little bit smaller. There's the wiring loom. That's a big old kit. Looks like it's double. It has some double-sided tape on this side so you can stick it, and some crimps and all that stuff. Great. We'll get this opened up in a second. Alright, so that's that. Oh, it's a different box. So this one is the installation kit for the RTX. So I'm assuming this is the piece of plastic that you put on the roof. Come on. There it goes. And basically it's like the support bracket for the roof. Yep, there it is. So it'll go on the roof, and then the unit will sit on top of that, and it'll basically just space it out and make it so it's supported correctly. These are also the brackets that go inside the van. They span between the roof braces on the inside. So we'll figure out how that goes. Looks like another wiring harness. I wonder if this is just a control wiring harness that connects to the unit. Something like that. Cool. I'm gonna keep this one boxed up so it doesn't get lost. Probably just throw this whole wiring harness in. Bam. There you go. It's not gonna close, but for now. first one. This is gonna be the main unit. Obviously this will stay inside the box. There's probably the, oh, all right. There you go. That was a lot better than I expected. So there you go. Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioner. So yeah, not too big. Pretty slim. It's wider than it's longer. You can see actually in this picture, it's just the same exact size. And I mean, at least what my research showed me was, is this the same size? So I could be saying all of this and then in hindsight, we'll see what happens. But it should be the same exact hole size. Call me out. So yeah, this should go right where it needs to go. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I'm gonna leave this mostly packaged. You can see exactly what's going on here. So yeah, that's the unit that sits on top of the roof, and then on the underside is where that control center is for the inside of the van and the vents that go inside of the van. So yeah, all right. So now this is all unboxed. Let me get inside. I'm going to show you exactly why I chose the RTX 2000. So let me get to you. Just wanted to add really quick. I broke down the pallet enough, and I decided to just put it on a camping chair for now. So you can see the vent on the bottom here, and the control center, obviously. But yeah, so it just fits on the arms of the camping chair, and I can toss this pallet and get rid of all this all this waste. Go ahead and recycle this somewhere. Alright, I'll catch you guys inside. I'm just kidding. I'm in the studio. Got that green screen behind me, just messing around. And we're looking at some drone footage from when I was out in Gold Canyon, Arizona, about 30 minutes away from Phoenix, in early June. And I just wanted to come and talk to you really quick about the Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioner I just bought. And so when I was outside just a second ago, I was telling you that it's going to fit no problem in that Max Air fan hole. The Max Air fan is 14 inches by 14 inches. I went ahead and Googled it, and if I can get it over here, it's actually a little bit bigger at 14.5 inches by 14 inches. So we're gonna make it work. It's gonna be fine. I don't know. It's a 14 inch by 14.5 inch, and I don't know. We're gonna see if we can make that work or not. What's cool is actually this is the website that I bought it from, vanlifeoutfitters.com. And what they talk about in here is it comes with a cardboard cutout, 14 or 19 by 15 in that box. So I'll have to go back and see exactly which cutout that is, but 19 by 15 is way too big, obviously. So I'm just going to go off what they're saying, 14 by 5 by 14. I've used these guys for the Webasto gasoline fired heater, and it came with all the different pieces and stuff that I needed to tie it right into my Transit gasoline tank. So I've used these guys before, really trust their website and you know what they sell here. Obviously you can buy from any company. I saw these for cheaper than what they sell them for, but you know, you can do whatever you gotta do. So it's a RTX 2000 12 volt air conditioner, 6,800 watt BTU air conditioner. So if we're just looking at their website, it only uses about 19 amps of power in eco mode. So if we're doing 19 by 12, you know, we're gonna be pulling around 228 watts of power at its very minimal. You know, assume that it's going to take the max amount power consumption between 10 amps and 58 amps. So if we're doing 58 amps at 12 volts, keep getting the calculator lost there, but we're almost at 700 watts of power required to run this thing. So like I said before, I have a 600 amp hour battery in my van. So if I do 600 times 12, it's a 7,200 watt or 7.2 kilowatt hour system. And so if we're running max, just say the max, right? 700 watts, per hour of draw. We're looking at about 10 hours of use out of my battery until we're totally flat. So maybe closer to 9 before it gets to like too low where it can't even run the air conditioner anymore. So we'll see what happens with that. But a lot of their things, a lot of the other reviews and stuff I've seen is it gets down to a lower power and basically like it lowers the temperature in the van and then it runs at a lower power and you can run it for, you know, maybe if we're, I mean, I doubt it's ever going to run at that low. What was it, 228 watts? So if we do 7,200 watts divided by 230, you know, 31 hours. I don't know if it's ever going to run that much. Maybe with the solar panels at the same time. I'm going to see what the real world testing is for that. All right, so again, we're back with the Van Life Outfitters. They actually have this awesome spreadsheet on their website. I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description so you can go ahead and check it out. But basically, this breaks down exactly all the options that they sell for different 12 volt air conditioners for van life. Obviously, Van Life Outfitters. You know, what can I say? They're for van life. Hashtag van life. So we can see they have Be Cool, they have Dometic, Marbrew, and Nomadic cooling options. And they break down the costs. Obviously, you can see the Dometic 2000 is sitting around three grand just at the time of this video, and we're getting about 6,800 BTUs out of that guy right there. It is one of the smallest units listed on this sheet as well, rooftop dimension wise. So on the top of the roof, basically I have my two solar panels, the 210 watt solar panels. They take up most of the roof. And the reason why I chose this unit specifically is because it's so compact on the roof. I actually saw it in a Walmart parking lot. They had a van there for like home deliveries for elderly, and they had one of these guys sitting on top of their van. And it's so tight on the roof that basically I'll be able to have. Sorry, I'll be able to have my solar panels as well as this unit without having to reconfigure my solar panels at all to try to like move them forward. And I won't, you know, they're just so long that I don't even think there's any more room to fit them forward. So that's specifically why I chose the Dometic 2000 RTX. Looking at the other options on here, we can see that nomadic cooling is an option. Obviously, you can see they are a little bit on the pricier side, around 4 grand at the time of this video, and they are a little bit bigger on the roof. But the BTUs that you get out of these guys, I mean, you could cool something crazy. We'll look at some 120 volts alternating current options that'd be commonly on a roof. So I'm not going to spend too much time on 120 volt alternating current air conditioners because they just use too much power, and I think we are probably going to end up going away from 120 volt air conditioners, at least for RV and van life use, just because of the simplicity of using a 12 volt system. You don't need, you know, an inverter to run that 120. Though 12 volts air conditioners use less power, so I mean that's just me. I think we're going. Sorry, I think we're going away from the 120 volt air conditioners, but we'll see. Just looking at this Dometic Brisk 2, we can see right off the bat we get 13,500 BTUs for 770 bucks. Now that's huge power savings over the original guy that we had here. I think I actually closed that tab. My bad. Oh well. But yeah, so 770 bucks. Looks like the retail price is $1,000 for this guy, so it's MSRP. But yeah, so this is you know, basically similar size to the RTX. I think we got the dimensions here somewhere. But basically, as you can see, it's 115, 120 volt system, but it uses about 14 amps of power. So over the time, of a, you know, say like an hour of use, if it's using 120 volts of power and it's gonna, 120 volts times 14 amps of power, and over an hour it's gonna use about 14 to 1600 watts of power compared to the RTX 2000. At 12 volts, it's gonna use max 58 amps, 696 watts. I mean, it's, you know, about half the power. So I don't know what to say. It's less than half the. It's actually less than half the power. 1680 700. So I mean, 40% or so of the power usage for. I mean, you're only getting 50% of the BTUs, so there's trade-offs there. But your mileage may vary. Like I said, I'm trying to get that performance in my van. A van is about 400 square feet. It's probably a lot less than that, but say this 400 square feet of space in my van. Um, maybe 8,000 BTUs is what were required, but 6,000 for the RTX 2000 is that? I mean, just seems good enough to me, right? It doesn't need to be overly cold. It's not a fridge. It's not a meat locker, but that is what it is. So there's one more type of air conditioner I just want to talk about when we're talking about 12-volt van air conditioners. An option that you could do is a 12 volts condenser package that's underneath the van like this is. So basically this is right next to the gas tank on the van on the driver's side. And that's usually where a gray tank would go, but you could always install a gray tank somewhere else. And basically you just have the compressor condenser just jammed right in here next to the gas tank. And you got a system that allows you to pump air conditioning into your van from the bottom. So this is another option. Roughly the same price as an RTX 2000, and we're talking 20,000 BTUs. So if you were looking for something that went under the van, a little bit more complicated system, but this is definitely an option. You'd have to cut some holes in the van for, where you'd put this blower. You'd have to cut some holes for the condenser piping, and you'd have to also get this charge. This is way more complicated than something I really wanted to get into. I don't want to have to figure out, attaching this compressor pump and all this stuff. Like I said, similar price to the RTX 2000, way bigger BTU capacity in terms of cooling your van. Way overkill for anything I would try to use. And here's our power we're talking. So if you're only using the first speed at lowest speed, 900 watts for 12,000 BTUs. I mean, if you only need 8,000 to cool the van, that is going to turn your thing into a freaking ice box. You know what I'm talking about? So, there you go. That's another option. But yeah, I just want to thank you for sticking to the end of this video. Hopefully you got a little bit more information on 12-volt air conditioners for your van build or for your RV build, and looking forward to replacing that Max Air fan here pretty soon. I'm gonna get the air conditioner I can't do it. We're gonna get the air conditioner in that spot, and we're gonna go ahead and in the next video show you exactly how I do that. So looking forward to sharing that with you. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button so the YouTube algorithm shares this with more people, so I can get some more subscribers. And speaking of which, go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Take it easy.